Hello, hello, hello. I am spiritual life coach Latricia Booker here with Kingdom Business, where we get healed, delivered, and free. Well, we know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose. That is the truth of who God created us to be. First, you all, I just want to say thank you for all the likes, for the subscribes, for the shares. While I was gone, the subscriptions went up, subscribers increased. I'm not counting them, but every here and there I do check because it's just part of what you do, managing your channel. And I noticed, and I'm like, oh wow. But again, thank you. I want to say thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm hoping and praying that you all are benefiting from these messages, these videos. And so again, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so I'm coming today with a message, with a word, with a message. Message word. So, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. I was listening to something today, and I was listening to someone speak of their dream, a dream that they had. And when they said, as they were describing the dream, they mentioned that certain people were in their dream and that they were just there. They were not doing anything in the dream, but they were just there. And so right away I laughed, and God just started speaking to me. I laughed because God just started speaking to me. And this person kept saying they were just there. They were just there. And so as they kept saying that, God was telling me, He took me all the way in a whole totally different way, gave me a whole totally different, not different, but gave me a message in that message. And of course, that's how I ended up here. I was led to share this message. And this is for many of you that will view this video. Take note, take note, take note, take note, okay? So, some people in your life, they're not really in your life. They're just there. They're there. They may just be there. They could be neighbors. They could be co-workers. They could be family. They're just there. What I mean by that is they're not doing anything in your life. They don't benefit anything in your life. They're not players in your life. They don't contribute to anything in your life. They're just there. They're just there. And what God gave me is like in a movie. You know how in a movie you have extras. They're just there. They're not the main character. They're not supporting characters. They're just there. We don't really pay much attention to them. They're just background bystanders. Now, I'm not knocking if anybody is someone who is going to working to be an actress or an actor, and they have to take a that kind of a role. That kind of a, what are they called again? Whatever I said, I forgot the name of them. Extra. Now, I'm not knocking the I want to say hustle or whatever, because sometimes that's what you got to do while you on your way. The point I'm making here, or if you just do that to just make some money and you're not trying to be an actor or actress, I'm not knocking the role of an extra. What I'm saying is, we don't pay much attention to them. I mean, unless they just noticeable. But they're not there for us to tune into in that kind of way. People that are maybe around you that are just there, they're just there. They're just extras in your movie. Now, this is what I also get. They go from being extras or being your audience. So they could just be bystanders, extras, and or your audience, meaning they're watching you. They're watching your movie. You're the main character. They're just there. They don't contribute to your movie. They're extras and or your audience viewing your life, your movie. Now, this is what God gave me as well. Some of these people, and I know all about this, were people who initially maybe attempted to stop you, block you, you know what I'm saying? Just do little things to get under your skin, trying to just impose or intervene in what God is doing in your life. And that happens on so many levels. Take it as it fits your life or your story, if it does. So, they tried it, but it didn't work. What has happened is that you've transcended whatever they were trying to do. What I mean by transcended is you may have used to respond to a certain thing a certain way, used to be a certain way, and so they do certain things to get that same reaction out of you, or just do things to infiltrate you with toxicity, because it's all designed to keep you from moving forward in the purpose of God. So what has happened, which is a whole nother video that I have to do at a later date, you're transcended that. They have taken notice to that. In other words, they realize that their attempts don't work anymore, or never did, you know, depending on who's who. Because people that have been around and in your life for a little longer, or family members, you may have more experience with them. So certain things they seen, they not seeing no more. Some people that just new or think you're new, fresh meat, try you and realize they just ain't nothing popping. So I'm saying all that to say, many a times they become bystanders, extras, or the audience because they attempted. Again, some of them may have been in your life, but you had to put them in the background of your life. They had to become bystanders and extras because they was doing too much. So now they're just watching you. And some of them are only watching you because that's all they're able to do. So even some of them have moved from bystanders / extras to just the audience, because that's just how far they're being moved up out of your life. Again, all they could do was watch. And them ones that tried it, they can only watch because ain't nothing they can do to stop or block what you're doing. So they don't have any other choice but to watch you move into your purpose. So again, they're either bystanders / extras or the audience. Some went from bystanders / extras to just the audience because they got pushed all the way out of your life. So they can only watch your movie. View your movie, which is your life. Now, the hope is that they watch and learn. In other words, they learn how to be the star of their own movie in the way God intended for them to be. Not trying to poke at people, not trying to intervene in other people's purpose, keep them from moving into the things of God because they may have rejected their purpose. That's a whole nother video. So, the hope is that they watch since they're your audience and learn. That's the hope. But, point is, some people just there. They don't play no part, no role in your life. They just there. They just there. And yes, they're watching too. And it's okay. You know, I know how it can be aggravating. It's just funny. For someone to watch you and tune in to you, trying to see what you're doing. I know all about it. All about it. It's crazy. But what I'm learning is you're an example to them. What they do with it is another thing. You know, again, whether they take the example and learn from it or try to not compete with you or outdo you, but just get in touch with who they are, who God created them to be, what their purpose is and moving that. You know, what they do with the example that you are to them. Just like we use the examples that God